Federal Drive is presented by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, proudly providing health and dental benefits to federal employees and their families. Visit GEHA.com.
The Transportation Security Administration is pushing a new privatized security screening model called Gold Plus. Now some airports are starting to opt into that initiative. TSA and the airports say it will help modernize airport security screening, but TSA employees are worried about losing their federal jobs. For more detail, Federal News Network's Justin Doubleday joins me now. Justin, great to have you.
Thanks for having me, Terry.
We talked a little bit about the Gold Plus model kind of earlier in the year. Which airports are actually moving forward with it now?
Well, on Monday, Des Moines International Airport in Iowa and Tampa International Airport in Florida confirmed that they are going to transition to this Gold Plus public-private security model. And then actually on Tuesday, the American Federation of Government Employees, AFGE, said that Charleston Airport in South Carolina will also adopt the Gold Plus model. Charleston, the airport authority there, has not commented on that yet, but that's 3 airports that are moving to TSA Gold Plus. And as a reminder for folks who maybe missed it earlier this year, TSA has rolled out Gold Plus as kind of a re-envisioned public-private partnership model where private contractors will manage both the airport screening staff and the technology at airport checkpoints. TSA will just provide kind of oversight from a management perspective. And so the big change there, of course, is that TSA employees, those blue uniforms, would no longer be federal employees under this model. They would be private contractor employees.
And what are the airport officials saying about why they want to move to this privatized model?
Yeah, there's 2 main points here. One, this is kind of about modernization and innovation. Both Tampa International Airport and Des Moines Airport Authority both released statements pointing to the ability to use new technologies that contractors could more quickly bring in, new screening technologies to kind of speed up what is, I think everyone agrees, is kind of a staid hassle of a process in getting through airport security. There's not a lot of details on what those new technologies might be yet. I know there's a lot of contractors who have been testing different things, but TSA has really kind of left the aperture pretty wide open on that front. The other big thing that these airports are pointing to is being able to stay open through a government shutdown, which is what, of course, we've seen now in recent years is these government shutdowns that happen frequently lead to TSA employees not being paid, which then leads to TSA employees calling out because they low on funds. They need to find other jobs, side jobs, things like that. And that obviously reduces or conflicts with air travel at these airports. And so private contractors, the handful of airports that run security screening with private contractors stayed open or were fully operational through those shutdowns.
How are the TSA employees in Des Moines and Tampa feeling about this move? Are they excited for job security or concerned?
No, I don't think they're excited at all. I think the feeling is definitely concerned because, this could be a potential, change in their pay and benefits. That's the big concern right now is moving from a federal job. Actually, TSA pay has improved significantly over the past few years and benefits as well through the collective bargaining agreement that was negotiated a couple of years ago. So the TSA job itself has gotten a lot better in just the last few years. And so shifting to a private contractor, there's a lot of questions about whether they will pay as much, of course, and whether their jobs will be less secure with a private contractor. And I spoke with Chris Finlay. He's president of AFG Local 556 in Florida. He said that, employees are kind of despondent right now and wondering kind of what they should do going forward. They will have the option, if this moves forward, to have a right of first refusal with the private contractor who runs things under Gold Plus. But if they don't choose to go that route, they could try to find another open job at another TSA operated airport, or they might have to find another job entirely.
Has AFGE National taken a position here?
Yeah, as you can imagine, they are vowing to fight this. They did not say exactly how they might fight this quite yet, but they are vowing to push back. AFGE National President Everett Kelly put out a statement saying that, this is a big departure and step backwards from the aviation security screening system that was set up following 9/11. And they're kind of pushing the argument that private contractors will prioritize profits over security. And so this is going to be potentially an issue that folks run into.
How is this Gold Plus connected to broader efforts by the Trump administration to privatize airport screening?
It's interesting. TSA's budget request doesn't say anything about Gold Plus, but it does propose to eliminate roughly 8,400 transportation security officer positions. That's about 14% of TSA's screening workforce. And that would be due to smaller airports across the country, smaller commercial airports being required under this budget proposal to shift to the Screening Partnership Program, the SPP. That is an existing program that predates Gold Plus. It's been around as long as TSA has been around, where airports have the option to use private contractors that meet TSA standards. Right now, only about 20 of the nation's 440 commercial airports use SPP. The administration's budget proposal would expand that number to 220 airports. Again, that would be the very small airports across the country, not the major airports. But in tandem with Gold Plus, Tampa is a major, big airport, and Gold Plus is kind of a voluntary thing for airports to opt into, but that's kind of TSA's and the Trump administration's option here for bigger airports to essentially privatize their airport security screening.
Justin, do we have a sense of the timeline here, how fast Tampa and Des Moines will be moving forward?
Yeah, again, I spoke with Chris Finlay, president of AFG Local 556. He sat in on a town hall that the Tampa federal security director had with TSA employees, and they are looking at sometime late next spring to actually implement this move and shift to a private contractor-run screening operations. One of the interesting things here is that TSA has not yet selected the private contractors that would run airport screening under Gold Plus. That solicitation is out on the streets. It's been modified a couple times, and right now it's still open for bids. So that's something to watch going forward, how TSA moves forward with the procurement side of this Gold Plus issue. Proposals are due July 31st. Right now, TSA is saying the contract could start September 28th. It will be a multiple award contract. So, again, something to watch there as well.
Absolutely. That's Federal News Network's Justin Doubleday. Justin, thanks for this update.
Thank you, Terry.
You can find his full story at federalnewsnetwork.com.